What's going on, everybody? 757 is back with another 1/400 scale model unboxing, and this time we have the Air Canada Jetz Airbus A320 in the all black livery. Really excited to have this one. I did pick this up from the NG exchange program, so the one that they just held in December. I had enough points to pick this one up, and of course, really glad I did. I was considering picking this one up, whether it be the Gemini version or the NG version, and again, luckily they had it on the exchange site, so went and picked it up. So yeah, really happy to have this thing. It's really nice looking. Again, in the all black livery. I've seen this one at least once in Minneapolis. I've seen the regular Air Canada livery one a couple times in the A320. The toothpaste one, I've seen that one once, but I believe everything is repainted into the new livery and this one. So let's go ahead, get into the box here. So again, stylized Canadian, all Air Canada rondelle right there. The black background, the red logo. 2D image of the aircraft, Airbus A320, Air Canada with the registration, NG models, and everything on the side here as well. Again, like in all of my NG videos I do, NG always does a fantastic job with their boxes. So let's go ahead, get it opened up here, and here's where the aircraft is at. So go ahead and take it out of the plastic tray. And here it is, looking absolutely phenomenal. So we'll get everything cleaned up here and get some close-ups here for y'all. All right, everybody, now that we got everything unboxed here, we want to get some close-ups of this aircraft. So let's go ahead, bring it on up close to here for y'all. All right, so up front you have your flight deck windows right there. A little hard to see just because, you know, it's the all black body and then the dark gray for the windows. Then you have your Starlines logo right there. Then your Air Canada logo with the Canadian rondelle right there for the Air Canada logo. Boarding door, 2 overwing exits with the arrows on top of the wings right there. 2 CFM 56 engines. For the winglets, they are a gray on this one. Instead of the black, they'll be on the regular mainline aircraft. Registration is Charlie-Foxtrot November Victor Victor, and then you have your Airbus A320-200 logo. And then the classic looking Air Canada tail right there. In my opinion, just Air Canada's regular livery is probably one of the best ones out there. I love everything about Air Canada's livery, especially really with a lot of Canadian carriers like WestJet, Canadian North, Porter. So they have a lot of good liveries out there. Go up to the front right here, you have your forward cargo bin door, and then you have your aft cargo bin door, and then you have the bulk bin door. Go to the belly of the aircraft. Stand hole right there, your Air Canada logo on the belly as well. Kind of hard to see, but you have your APU hatch doors back there. Gear doors, and then you have your ram air turbine, which is right there. Sorry, just your rat, then your ram air inlets are going to be right over there. And then your nose gear doors right there, and then you have a forward E&E bay right at the top. So such a really nice looking aircraft. Obviously this thing is pretty darn unique as well, just because there's like really one of these flying around out there. Pretty darn unique aircraft. Let's go ahead and move this down just a little bit here so we can get a better view of it. So bring it up a little bit and put the box in the background right there for y'all. So really, again, highly recommend this plane. It's such a nice looking one. Again, either the NG version or the Gemini Jetz version. I'm probably gonna lean towards the NG one just because, I mean, I just think NG's got a little bit of a better A320 mold in my personal opinion, especially with the CFMs. The IAE engines are pretty comparable, in my opinion. Let's see if I can stop this camera. I'm shaking a little bit here. 1 second. Here we go. Let's try that. All right. Zoom in a little bit here for y'all. Apologize for this. So, obviously, we're going over some information about Air Canada. Well, it's more so the Air Canada Jetz subsidiary, I guess you could say, with them. So they have a total of 4 of these A320s in the fleet, with a total seat capacity of 70, because it's 70 all business class seats. Because if you're unfamiliar with the Air Canada Jetz operation, they do mostly NHL charters. In the summertime, they also do MLB charters for the Toronto Blue Jays. But mainly for the NHL charters, obviously they do the Calgary Flames, Edmonton Oilers, Vancouver Canucks, Winnipeg Jets, Toronto Maple Leafs, Canadians, and the Ottawa Senators. So they do all the Canadian teams, but I believe they do a couple of American teams. I believe this Dallas Stars is one of them that they use. I could be completely wrong, but I wouldn't be shocked if Air Canada Jetz is picking up more of the American teams because of the new Pacific closure. So I wouldn't be shocked if we were picking up, we as I'm saying, Air Canada Jetz. If Air Canada Jetz was picking up a couple more American teams. So I'm not entirely too sure, but definitely I believe the Stars is one of them. But if we go to regular mainline Air Canada, though, they do have the A320 still in their fleet as well. So let me see how many A320s they currently have. 16 currently in service, with looks like 2 of them are going to be transitioned, transferred from Air Canada Rouge by 2027. So a total of 18 of them. So there's going to be 12 first class seats with 132 in the back. So for a total of 146 seats in the regular aircraft. Now, I do know they are in the process of retrofitting these A320s, because I know quite a few of these A320s that Air Canada has are some old ones, some late 90s 320s. So these things are getting up there in age. So, but that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this one. I highly recommend it. It's such a cool looking aircraft. It's very unique. I'll probably put this in some airport updates, because Air Canada does actually swap this aircraft into scheduled flights every once in a while. If they're ever repositioning it, they'll do like a last minute sale and have paying passengers go on these aircraft. So that's pretty cool. So I wouldn't be shocked if I do like a Southern Florida airport and they have these this A320 in there, because why not? So, but yeah, I think that's going to wrap it up for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay tuned for some more videos coming out soon, and I will see you all in the next one.